What are your salary expectations? By the end of this video, you will learn to craft the best possible answer to this question, plus a sample answer that will help the interviewer understand that you are confident on your skills and you know your worth right. And if you watch this video till the end, I am going to share the number one mistake most of the people committed while answering this question that ruined their impression in the interview. Let's begin. I'm gonna give you 5 major points which will help you craft the best possible answer to this question. Now, let's understand why is this question coming, because they want to understand that do you know your worth? Yes. If you do not know your worth, how will you be able to get the best possible salary? So the number one point which you need to make sure is that you are well researched onto the organization where you are getting interviewed. How you can do that? There are 2 websites which you can note down: www.payscale.com, www.glassdoor.com. So you can research the possibilities of the range which this organization is offering for the kind of a role, and plus the industry standards. The second way of researching is going on LinkedIn and finding out those contacts which are working in that organization on a similar role. These are the people who can give you a guidance, a rough range that this is the figure which is generally being offered for such a position. Step number 2, after doing the research on the organization, you have to define the range of the package you are looking for. Now, while doing this, you can always come out with a figure in your mind that is like, if you are hovering at about 30 lakh rupees, so you should at least gun for about 45 to 50 lakh rupees. And that should be the first bracket, the range. When asked by the interviewer, you should tell them that's like 45 to 55 lakhs, so that at the end of the day you can negotiate and bring it down to your wish. It's not that you have to give a very big range, like if you are looking for 50 lakhs, then you can say that it can go to till 60-65 lakhs. That'll confuse the interviewer. So be specific, be clear on the tight range which you need to bring on the table. Point number 3, if you are relocating, you need to take care of other expenses also which you gonna bear when you move from one particular location to another location. And when you just make sure, do that calculations properly, that if let's say you're moving from Delhi to Mumbai, you're gonna incur at least about 50 to 60k additional. Is that gonna be a part of the overall package, or they're gonna compensate that in form of your monthly or yearly salary? So you need to be very careful when negotiating your salary on this other expense as a factor. Point number 4, it might be a situation where an interviewer asks you about the salary expectations at the start of the interview itself, just to check that are you somewhere thinking only about the money part. However, you have to deflect this question beautifully. And how you can deflect it? By asking that whether you are offering me a position right now, or can I know more details about the job? Can I know what my responsibilities are going to be? And at the later part of the interview, we can definitely go on and talk about this in detail. 5th point, while you being answering this question on salary expectations, there are 2 components. One is fixed and the other one is a variable component. And variable component, some of the organizations are really good at it. How? Number 1, they offer some health benefits. Number 2, they offer you some additional paid off time. Yeah, and then they sometimes offer you a vacation time, which improves your work-life balance. You have to account all these factors. Then there are bonuses also, like in India there is prevalently a New Year bonus, a Diwali bonus. So all these things should be noted down on a piece of a paper while making all these calculations. And last but not the least, there is another option if you are opting for a senior position, that could be equity. Yeah, if you are getting ESOPs, equity from the company, it's beautiful. You can really look at the long-term benefits you're going to draw out of it. So fixed plus variable. 3 things to avoid when you come across this question, which is what are your salary expectations? Number 1, you will always be the second person to get onto the negotiation. Until unless the interviewer asks for negotiation, asks for the package and gets into that domain, you will not start negotiation on the salary package. Number 2, you have to be flexible. You have to be, always open to the figures they are throwing to you. You will never go with an exact amount in your mind. Like if you want a 50 lakh rupees of package, you will straight away say, I am stubborn and I need a 50 lakh rupees of package and I'm not flexible on it. That's the biggest blunder people do. Last but not the least, which we have been talking about, never go unprepared. If you go unprepared, you will end up getting onto the lower bracket of the salary even if you get a job. That's the job of an HR, of a manager, to get the good candidate at a least salary so that later on they can increase your salary as and when you perform. But why to miss this opportunity also, which is there on the table? So be prepared, do your research thoroughly, and then you are up for this big responsibility and a better job. If you are feeling stuck in your career without growth and you desire to grow big, DM me growth on LinkedIn and I will share the exact steps that helped 50 plus working professionals go from a stagnant career to achieving their deserving career growth within 12 weeks. Check out what people are saying. If you want to grow big like them, DM me growth now. And if you want to improve your communication to the next level, check out the video on your screen. Top 5 communication tips that will help you build your image and strong relationships within your organization.